Salut à tous, on se retrouve sur Triangle Stratégie pour la suite du let's play. Au dernier épisode, on avait survécu de justesse à l'armée de Isante qui venait pour raser totalement le village des Roséliens. En fait, on a réussi à trouver, comment est-ce qu'ils ont appelé ça? Je sais plus, une pierre de sel, une gemme de sel je crois qu'ils ont appelé ça. Et en fait c'est un objet, enfin une pierre, qui est faite à base de sel et qui se trouve du coup euh, potentiellement n'importe où dans, dans tout le continent. Et du coup ça remet carrément en cause le monopole du sel que le royaume de Isante a. Surtout qu'en plus, eux, ils ont carrément mis une religion autour de ça, en mode nous, on est les seuls à avoir du sel parce que c'est la déesse qui nous honore. Bref, voilà. Donc eux, ils sont vraiment des fanatiques. Et du coup, le fait que le sel peut se trouver potentiellement n'importe où, ça remet totalement leur religion en cause. Et du coup, on a réussi à demander un, comment dire, un entretien, une audience, voilà, c'est marqué, une audience avec l'oracle qui est la plus haute autorité. Euh, et en fait, notre but à nous, ça va être de réussir à rallier Isante à notre cause. Euh, Peut-être en faisant un petit peu de chantage, hein, je sais pas. Mais voilà, on peut clairement obtenir tout ce qu'on veut, vu qu'on peut renverser leur religion comme on le veut. Donc voilà. On est parti pour le palais de l'oracle et du coup on va essayer d'avoir un rapport de force favorable pour nous. Alors Serena va tenter d'obtenir une audience avec l'oracle en se servant de la gemme de sel trouvée dans le village rosélien. Voilà. On est parti. Il serait peut-être temps que le rapport de force s'inverse et qu'on arrête d'être les victimes.
We granted you an audience because of Minister Exham's petition, but I did not expect you to show us this. A crystal made of salt. How very fascinating. It certainly does contradict the doctrine here in our blessed land. Or it would, were it real.
J'en étais sûr. J'en étais sûr. Au dernier épisode, je parlais d'une relique, je parlais d'un truc comme ça. Et en fait, dans ma tête, je me disais, ouais, mais leur défense, ça va pouvoir être, enfin, ça va pouvoir être de dire que c'est un fake en fait.
Have you any proof that this was not created by magic or technology?
Well... With all due respect, Minister, I have a question for you in return. What do you think of Asfrost and Glenbrook's decree to stop trade with Hyzant?
I think it nothing more than a threat. Neither would last very long without our salt.
Est-ce que vous êtes aussi sûr qu'ils reviendront la queue entre les jambes s'ils apprennent l'existence de cette pierre de sel?
Gustadov is no fool. Such an edict would not come without proper countermeasures in place.
Oui, et du coup, ce que je disais aussi au dernier épisode, c'est qu'à mon avis, ce qui a déclenché la guerre, Gustadolf, s'il a décidé d'attaquer Glenbrook, c'est parce qu'en fait, il a découvert de la pierre de sel dans la mine.
Countermeasures such as another source of salt, for example. Having their own salt would make Hyzant's redundant, at best, and your nation would soon find itself in dire straits without the salt tax's revenue.
J'avoue.
What is it you want from us?
Your full support.
Lend us your strength, and together we can defeat Esfrost, and Hyzant's ties to all nations will remain intact.
You mean to start a war. The kingdom of Glenbrook may be naught but a puppet now, but it was once your homeland. You understand this, yes?
Bah oui, mais c'est le...
We do.
Ah mais oui, c'est logique.
Even so, my people do not wish for war. We must try to resolve this peacefully first.
Do you think Gustadolf can be reasoned with? Need I remind you that it was he who invaded Glenbrook? He is a wolf in sheep's clothing.
Be that as it may, neither my people nor soldiers will accept it as a reason to go to war.
Then I shall give you one. For I am
Ça y est, bas les masques.
the second son of King Regna. Roland Glenbrook.
Oh, la musique.
You live.
There is no mistaking that face.
So the prince lives to slay his kingdom's invader. We could not ask for a better reason.
If you need a just cause to go to war, let it be. We must stop Gustadolf.
It all makes sense now. O Holy One, have you heard? Pray, tell me what you would have us do. It shall be done. Wolffort, Prince Roland, heed the words of the Holy One. The holy state of Hyzant stands with you.
Ok, enfin.
The Holy One would see you defeat Esfrost and restore peace to Norzelia. Our nation shall spare no effort in your fight against Gustadolf.
Ah bah voilà.
From this day forth, we support Prince Roland as our commander and Lord Serenoa as one of the Saintly Seven.
Ah ouais, comme ça là.
Me? A saint?
We are brethren now. We ride to war together.
Ok. Bon bah merci.
Well, would you look at that? We secured Hyzant's support, and you even got yourself named one of the Saintly Seven.
We also received a signed document stating the Roselle and Wolffort are left in our care.
Ça va, on a gagné sur toute la ligne.
Good going, lad.
Oh, it is Benedict and Roland to whom we owe this victory.
Everyone here has suffered so much on my behalf. My weakness and worthlessness have brought pain and misfortune to you all.
Ouais,
And for
n'importe
that I
quoi.
must...
Ça va.
You've got nothing to apologize for. I already told you. House Wolffort's the sword and shield of the crown.
I've decided that I must press forward, even if it means crawling forth on my hands and knees. I ask for your support as always. I know I will need it.
And you shall have it. I'm with you every step of the way, my lord.
Is something the matter, Frédérica?
No. My apologies for worrying you.
Now, to battle! We take
Ah ouais,
back
cool.
Glenbrook with our own hands!
Là, je suis d'accord. Baston? Ah, ok. Non, oui, je voulais dézoomer. D'accord. Qu'est-ce qui se passe ici? Les 7 saints débattent de la réunion qui vient d'avoir lieu. Les avis divergent. On va regarder ça.
Did you know about this salt crystal exam?
No. Neither did I know of Prince Roland's survival. I thought he had perished.
Likewise. What did you make of the Holy One's decree?
On a bien réussi notre coup.
Hyzant is a grand nation, but unfortunately not one blessed with a bountiful harvest of anything other than salt. Were we not able to trade, there is no doubt our nation would wither to naught. We've relied solely on salt for much too long, and that reality was made painfully clear to us.
En effet.
Harsh words. But true nonetheless. Do you think we can triumph over Esfrost?
Mark my words, Minister Camso. There is no fight Exham Marshal cannot win.
Ça va, il a une bonne mentalité, ouais.
The Holy One has ordered for us to deliver our Elfric to House Wolffort.
And here I thought your research results to be top secret. What a curious turn of events.
Perhaps the Hierophant determined it a good chance to test them in the field. They could easily sink an Frosty's ship or two.
Je sais pas ce que c'est, mais on dirait une bombe ou un truc comme ça.
And yet I see not a trace of a smile on you.
I never wanted to build weapons for war.
Yet you don't think twice about toying with human life. How
dare you?
How dare you?
Have a wonderful day.
The audacity of Edor's dog.
Oh là là. Ok, je voulais regarder dans le campement. Parce que du coup, à la dernière bataille, on a eu un truc pour améliorer... Ah non, c'est pas là. Alors attends. Avancement en grade. Non, personne... Non, c'est pas les grades. C'était les armes. Donc c'est le forgeron. Non. Ah ouais. Bon, ah non, d'accord. Alors, juste vérifier. Donc là c'est épine insolite. Toi ça va être argent. Ouais, ok. Ok. Et il me manque de la thune en fait. J'ai plus de thune. Soit d'araignée. Oui c'est ça, c'est que vraiment j'ai plus de thune. Alors attends, tac, il est où? Ok. Ah si, lui il peut. Ah non, donc perle, sécu, les N, il manque de la thune. C'est obsidienne, parchemin, fragment. Ok. Donc oui, je peux lui mettre son rang d'arme niveau 3. À part que j'ai pas assez d'argent. Bon bah pas de problème. Là, il y a des nouvelles batailles du coup. J'ai du nouveau à vous proposer. Oui, c'est ça. Alors c'est quoi? Oh, 4000. D'accord. Alliés et ennemis sont placés entremêlés pour simuler un combat chaotique. Attention à vos unités isolées, éliminez tous les ennemis dans un temps imparti. Dans un temps imparti? Ah ouais, c'est chaud quand même. Ok. Bon. On va continuer. Ouais, on va continuer l'aventure. Alors, qu'est-ce qui s'y passe ici depuis le temps?
Are you certain it's wise to return to Esfrost alone, Your Grace? You are needed here.
If Sycris's missive is to be believed, I'm afraid matters are far too grave to be left to anyone else. Svarog's deception is nearing its climax. His ill-gotten profits are being used to build a weapon of untold destructive power.
Le glas du jugement? Oh, j'aime pas le nom.
Our anonymous source from the manufactory hinted at as much. Svarog is bold to have carried out his plan this far.
Death Snell? What's that?
Let the adults speak, my dear.
If we're to be wed,
then there should be trust between us. How long do you intend on treating me like a child?
Very well. Tell her, Thalos.
Oh, flemme d'expliquer. Explique-lui.
If you insist, brother. This weapon combines the powerful explosives developed by Dragan with Esfrost's mastery of steelcraft.
Ouais, j'étais sûr.
Although yet to be tested, this cannon is said to have the power to breach even Hyzant's walls. The goddess's shield would buckle under a single blast.
But the shield is impregnable.
I have heard nothing of this. Do you think so little of your general?
A general is to win me victory, as and when I command it.
Ouais, il est pas tort. Hein.
Svarog's intent isn't to bring Hyzant to heel, however. He means to use the cannon against Brother. But the fool was so blinded by ambition that he never saw the strings guiding his every deed.
Fool that he may be, he served his purpose well. The cannon could not have been made without his engineers and Dragan's research. He will die secure in the knowledge that his bloodline contributed to the glory of Esfrost. Sadly, he shall not live to see his work completed.
Ils arrêtent pas de trahir leur famille dans tous les sens.
With it, we shall do what our forebears could not. The goddess's shield shall yield before Esfrost's might and ingenuity.
If we can even approach the walls, brother, the trade embargo will ensure that Hyzant is especially wary of our actions.
On the contrary, their focus will turn inward. With naught else to leverage their influence with, they will take measures to see that none of their precious salt escapes their borders.
Du coup, grâce à nous, non, plus maintenant.
There may be some gnashing of teeth, to be sure, but it will only be in an attempt to hide their inner turmoil. Erica, muster a force, and march to the Hierophant's palace at once. Deliver to...
As you wish, brother. I shall gather what news I can of the Saintly Seven's machinations.
Thalos, you will remain in Glenbrook. Conduct yourself as if I had never left.
You hardly need to ask, brother.
That is all. Now go.
Ça va, il est pas bête, lui. Il est... Ouais. Il est balèze.
Even his own flesh and blood are but tools to be used and then discarded when their purpose is served.
Oui, alors ça, par contre, c'est pas faux, ouais.
He has faith only in himself. Such has ever been his way.
Ah, c'est là, t'as un gros chef, un bon chef. Enfin, bon, ça dépend. Genre, bon, efficace, voilà. Il sait où il va, il sait ce qu'il veut. Après, oui, c'est pas la franche rigolade, quoi, avec lui, c'est sûr.
Esfrost and Glenbrook remained strong after declaring a trade stop with Hyzant. Gustadolf sends Erica to Hyzant to deliver his ultimatum, and dispatches an army to Glenbrook to increase the pressure on the Holy State.
Moi, j'aimerais bien une bataille.
Hyzant, under the banner of Prince Roland, sends Minister Serenoa Wolffort of the Saintly Seven to prepare for retaliation. Softly but surely, Norzelia descends into war once more.
Sonne donc, heure désirée. Petite bataille.
Those are the Archduke's wishes. I implore you not to forget that this is his final offer. Come to think of it, I heard that Wolffort was added to your saintly ranks. Where might he be?
Dans ton dos.
I'm afraid I cannot answer that. The dealings of the Saintly Seven are our business, and ours alone.
How disappointing. I had hoped to congratulate him on his promotion.
That wretched woman. Those are hardly wishes.
Esfrost all but demands us open the source to restore our diplomatic relations.
The Duchy fears neither a lack of salt nor the goddess's shield.
Oui, en effet. T'as une très bonne intuition.
We can assume they have a plan in mind.
Then this was no more than a ploy to stall for time.
Exactement, c'est bien les
We
gars.
had best expedite House Wolffort's plans to take the capital. Minister Exham, send word to Minister Serenoa.
Ça, franchement, ils ont de bonnes intuitions. Ils sont pas tombés dans le panneau. C'est quoi, ils nous envoient des renforts?
You wish to lend us Hyzant's new weapon?
Yes, it was a directive from the Holy One. The weapon is one Minister Lila developed in secret.
Ok.
I compressed a vast quantity of magic into crystal form. We call this weapon Elfric.
Ok.
The blast crystals have yet to be perfected, but they can decimate a castle wall easily enough.
We thank you for your support.
On va l'appeler Little Boy.
Forewarned that their power makes him unwieldy in an average battle.
They are not meant to be used on people. Furthermore, we are only giving you a single blast crystal.
Regardless, I am certain it will come in handy while recapturing Whiteholm Castle.
Its incomplete nature makes it regrettably tricky to use, but Milo should be able to take care of that for you. Use them both wisely.
I am Milo. A dancer by trade, but assistant to the Saintly Seven on occasion. I shall serve you, Minister Serenoa, until we reclaim the capital.
You sure you'll be okay?
You needn't worry. It isn't my first time flirting with danger.
A Hyzantian spy?
Very likely.
The blast of the Elfric should help you catch the enemy unawares. Both my army and Minister Camsel's will join in the attack. Can we entrust command to you, Minister Serenoa?
Ouais, bien sûr.
Most certainly. And the crystal will be key in our plan to reclaim Glenbrook.
Alors, ok. Ensuite, si t'étais lieur. Bon, Aifrost, toi. Ok, bon bah vas-y, on va tout faire. Hein. Alors, qu'est-ce qui s'y passe ici? Ah.
You have made a grave error in allowing thieves to raid the archives, Constable Sigris.
Forgive me. My guards gave chase as soon as they noticed intruders, but they'd already fled beyond our reach.
What did they take?
Luckily, they were unable to gain entry to where we keep our more sensitive texts. All they were able to make off with was a single book, penned by the late Lady Orlea.
Ouh, c'est important ça.
Orlea? She left behind a message of sorts?
She'd bid it be passed on to Lady Frédérica when she came of age, but it seems those wishes were forgotten.
Thalos or Erica must have hidden it from her. They derived no greater pleasure than from tormenting her. Do we know what was written in this book?
No. Storage records indicate it was protected by some arcane seal.
Ah oui, d'accord.
It must be of some significance. If she would go to such lengths to protect it from prying eyes. Perhaps something to do with the Rosellan liberation, for which she fought so fiercely. Or perhaps it is not but a mother complaining to her daughter of a duchy they both despise.
I shall send a party to hunt down the thieves at once.
Je sais pas qui c'est qui a organisé le vol.
No need. Such ruffians are unlikely to be in the employ of our foe. No doubt they were simply looking to loot us to fill their own purses. It is more important that we dispose of Svarog and finish the Nell with all haste. Dispatch your soldiers there.
Aye, Your Grace.
Est-ce qu'il Svarog, c'est le père de... comment il s'appelait déjà Dangan. Je sais plus comment il s'appelait. Attends. Info. Non, c'est pas ici. Donc là c'est le pouvoir du sel, donc ok. Tac 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 tac. Ouais, Dragan, voilà. Je crois que c'est le père de Dragan. C'est compliqué quand même. Non mais je veux pas de tutoriel. Ah oui, là c'est les caractéristiques des personnages. Bon. Huguette, chargé d'une mission secrète, se trouvait sur le territoire de Tellier avec Fluguet.
Benedict asked me to scout out Telliorn where the Esfrosti soldiers are stationed. But I hardly see any around. Why did he ask me to come here in the first place? I doubt it would matter in reclaiming the capital.
Bah moi non plus là comme ça.
But orders are orders. I should report back.
Ok, bon. Alors Thalas et ses hommes, stationnés au château de l'île Blanche, reçoivent la réponse de Isante à leur ultimatum. Et quelle réponse? Une grosse bombe. Une bombe atomique.
Ah, tidings from Erica. She says Hyzant refused our final offer.
You seem surprised. There was no way Hyzant would agree to open the source.
I know that, but the negotiations were meant to buy us time. Yet it seems their soldiers are already on the move. Damn it all! This wasn't supposed to happen.
Pas fini d'être surpris.
If you play with fire, you get burned. Now we have no recourse but to meet them in battle without the Archduke.
So it has come to war, then?
We just have to beat them at their own game. Their newest saint is heading the vanguard. You must be delighted that a former retainer to the crown is coming to visit, right, Cordelia?
Enough, Thalas. I won't allow such impudence toward the Queen.
Elle est cool, j'aime bien.
Queen. This child is nothing more than a puppet. And I believe the impotent one here is you, Avlora. A general has no right telling the Prime Minister what to do.
I had no idea the Prime Minister's job was to torment the weak.
Enough, General Avlora. I will answer the Prime Minister. As the Queen of Glenbrook, I shall protect my kingdom until my dying breath. No matter...
It appears your impudence is contagious, Avlora. Your charge...
Worry not, Your Majesty. I shall protect you.
Because I am to wed the Archduke?
Because you are a warrior. One who does not give up, even if she must fight her battles alone. I was an orphan. I never knew my parents. I entered the army to make a place for myself. So I know better than anyone the pain of having to do everything on your own.
Eh ouais, Avlora, elle est cool.
Allow me to bare my heart to you as well, General Avlora. As the last heir to the throne of Glenbrook, I do not intend to let Gustadolf have his way.
You mean to strike down the Archduke?
But I lack the power to do so. Have you heard of the Royalists? The aristocrats who were aid to my father.
I have. I also heard they secretly indulged in bribes and the like for personal gain. That man Patriot was cozying up to the Archduke not seconds after King Regna's beheading. Their kind knows no loyalty.
Ah, j'avoue.
Indeed. But Gustadolf has not given any of them a position in his court, so they have fallen on hard times. I want to ask Patriot and the other royalists for their help.
Ouais, l'ennemi de mon ennemi est mon ami, mais franchement...
Are you mad? No doubt they would wholeheartedly embrace you as their symbol, but only for their own purposes.
Ouais, carrément. En même temps, c'est ce que fait l'intendant aussi, il se sert d'elle.
I understand that. But their years in service to the crown have earned them great influence in politics. I must have their support if I'm to reclaim Glenbrook.
Is it possible for you to rein them in?
Not alone. But with you, General Avlora, I can. They lack military might. If you accompany me, I could sway them to my cause. Please, General, lend me your strength.
En théorie, elle est censée être loyale à l'intendant.
As an Esfrosty general, I simply cannot turn a deaf ear to what you have told me.
Tu vas faire quoi? Tu vas l'arrêter?
Did you not think I would tell the Archduke of your plans?
Of course I did. But I refuse to stand idly by as a mere decoration. So if it meant earning your trust, I was willing to show you that I wish to protect Glenbrook by any means necessary.
You took a gamble.
C'est vrai.
I had to. For it is not status or reward that moves you.
So you bet on my honor, and refusal would sully my name forever. However, safeguarding the kingdom comes first. Fighting at your side will have to wait.
General of Laura.
Eh bah ça va, elle a pas été très difficile à acheter.
A word of advice, Your Majesty. Both Hyzant and the Archduke are veterans of war. The fight will not be an easy one, and may rage on for many years.
Even so, I will not falter. I must do this. For my father and brothers.
An admirable resolve. One. I shall be your sword and shield, my queen.
Eh ben.
Thank you, General of Laura.
Elle sert à rien, Cordelia, mais elle sait s'entourer. Bon, baston ou pas baston? Non. Ok. Ok. Alors, Hyzant a accepté de prêter sa nouvelle arme à Serenor. Comment celui-ci l'utilisera-t-il pour reprendre la capitale? Pour péter le mur? Je sais pas, je comprends pas pourquoi est-ce qu'ils veulent faire un vote. Bon, on verra bien.
I apologize, but are you suggesting we destroy the dam around Telior Reservoir to start a flood?
Oh non, bah non, fais pas ça.
The capital city was built on the banks of the Norzelia River.
Et les civils?
Breaking the dam surrounding Lake Telior upstream will allow us to submerge a majority of the city.
Quoique...
Flooding the town will throw their army into disarray, which should allow us to take the place by storm.
L'idée est pas mauvaise.
Lake Telior is a man-made reservoir. You might be able to burst through with a blast crystal.
Huette scouted the area earlier and reported seeing very few sentries. Proof enough that this is outside the Archduke's calculations.
Ouais, je comprends.
No. The damage will be too great.
Ouais.
The means would not justify the end, Benedict.
Ah mais en vrai, il a quand même un super plan, Benedict.
We cannot afford to lose.
I agree with Roland. There is already far too much blood on our hands.
On a sacrifié des gens? On a sacrifié personne?
Perhaps it's worth speaking with the people and gaining their understanding.
Unless we reclaim Glenbrook, it's unlikely they'll understand or support our actions.
Bien dit.
We must take the capital back and show our strength and resolve first.
Ouais.
So that means you stand by Benedict then.
Alors ça, c'est un petit peu... Ça, c'est petit.
If we have a sure shot at winning, we need to take it, no matter the consequences. We can't lose the war. We just can't.
Telior Reservoir is the kingdom's water source. The dam was constructed to protect the people from floods. I doubt they would ever forgive us should we choose to destroy it for war.
Glenbrook thrives because of that water. And to use it otherwise is inexcusable.
Ah, ils sont en train de me convaincre de pas le faire.
Brute strength isn't the only way to reclaim the city. We can strike at night and defeat their commanding officers. There are ways to slip into the castle unseen.
Ouais, c'est vrai, après tout, Roland, il les connaît.
If you have used it before, there is a chance it has been sealed off since.
There is more than one route. You needn't worry.
So you mean not to use the blast crystal?
No, I do. After we sneak in, we can sink Esfrost's warship.
Ouais.
It would close off their escape route.
Ouais, j'aime bien
First priority should be ensuring the people's safety. We cannot allow them to be taken hostage. It would restrict our options as well.
She's got a point. How do we take the capital back after that?
We could use the blast crystal to destroy the bridge connecting the town and the castle. The enemies would be stuck within the walls.
Ouais, c'est pas mal.
That would certainly mitigate the damages to the citizens. If we encircle the castle, we could negotiate with them.
We could ask them to yield, free Glenbrook, and re-establish the trade between our nations.
Moi, j'aime bien.
I am certain we can find a way to make both parties agree.
Negotiate.
I understand your thoughts and the wishes held therein.
Allow me to ask once more. Shall we shatter the dam around Lake Telior and flood the town?
Non, enfin, l'idée était vraiment pas mauvaise. Mais il y a des civils en fait. S'il n'y a pas de civils, j'aurais dit oui, 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 oui.
Sneak in under the guise of night, sink their ships and slay their commanding officers?
Moi ça j'aime bien.
Or destroy the bridge, safeguard the people, and negotiate with the enemy.
Alors à mon avis, la technique de Frédérica a l'air la plus saillue. Ouais. Ouais.
Fetch the scales. It is time we decide our path.
Ah là on peut... Il y a trois... il y a trois techniques possibles. Ouais, je pense que la technique de Frédérica elle a l'air la plus simple. Hein. En vrai, ça me fait un peu chier de négocier parce que bon, voilà quoi. Mais... Alors, s'infiltrer dans le château en secret, détruire les vaisseaux, attaquer ensuite, inonder la ville, c'est non. Isoler les aéfrostois dans le château en utilisant, en faisant sauter le pont. Ouais, je suis assez d'accord. Ouais. Ouais, je suis assez d'accord avec. Ouais. Je pense que je vais partir là-dessus quand même. En vrai, j'aimais... Ouais. Ouais, je pense qu'il vaut mieux faire ça. Bon. Get. Il faut s'introduire au château de l'île Blanche pour nous débarrasser des dignitaires ennemis qui n'ont rien à y faire. Ce plan reflète bien la détermination de son Altesse Roland. En tant que membre de la garde royale, je compte bien rester à ses côtés. Tiens donc, vous préférez la stratégie de Dame Frédérica pour quelle raison? La maison Wolffort doit protéger le royaume. Ce plan ne met ni le prince ni le peuple en danger. C'est fort. Roland est destiné à monter sur le trône. Le peuple ne soutiendra ni un voleur ni un boucher. Il vaut mieux faire durer les négociations que les combats. Quant au pont-levis, il sera facilement reconstruit.
Good point.
Sir Serena, en tant que membre de la garde royale, je suis très heureuse de vous l'entendre dire. Si nous sommes ici aujourd'hui, c'est grâce à vos fonctions parmi les 7 saints, mais je constate que vous êtes encore et toujours dévoué à la couronne glenbrookienne.
I have chosen.
Grâce à nos discussions, je commence à comprendre l'attrait du plan de Dame Frédérica. Ok. Bon, ça c'est bien. Tiens, Irador.
Aye, lad.
Personne ne s'attendra à voir le réservoir exploser. Les armées adverses sont emportées dans les inondations sans pouvoir les arrêter. Mais l'infiltration et l'attaque du pont-levis ont aussi leur avantage, je le reconnais. Faut-il privilégier les chances de succès ou bien chercher à obtenir autre chose? Dieu de maître. J'ai cru comprendre que vous souteniez le plan de Dame Frédérica. Pouvez-vous me dire pourquoi? Alors, nous aurons besoin du peuple pour reconstruire le royaume. Nous devons gagner la tête haute en évitant un bain de sang, c'est vrai. Reconstruire le pont-levis n'est qu'une formalité. Sa destruction permettra d'assiéger l'ennemi à peu de frais, c'est vrai aussi. Oui, sans peuple, le royaume n'est rien. Si nous dégainons, alors... si nous le dégainons, d'accord, alors la reprise du pouvoir pourrait être de courte durée. Dédaignons, peut-être. Ah oui, peut-être. Je peux voir? Dédaignons, oui c'est ça. J'avais mal lu. Attaquons par surprise et il nous prendra pour de vulgaires voleurs, alors que si nous provoquons des inondations et détruisons les capitales, à l'inverse, le plan de Dame Frédérica nous permet d'encercler l'ennemi avec le moins de pertes civiles. Le peuple devrait apprécier. Chaque plan a ses avantages et ses inconvénients. Une chose est sûre, jeune maître, le soutien de Hysante est pour nous une chance inespérée de frapper à Efrost un grand coup. Ne devrions-nous pas privilégier la victoire plutôt que le bien-être des habitants de la capitale? Et les eaux du lac causeront des dégâts inimaginables et l'infiltration placera le prince en grand danger, c'est vrai. Nous devons gagner en préservant le peuple et la capitale. Nous sommes les Wolffort et nous en sommes capables. La victoire n'est pas une fin en soi, il faudra rétablir ce que la guerre aura détruit. Rebâtir ce que la guerre aura détruit. C'est vrai que si nous perdons la capitale ou le prince, la victoire ne nous apportera rien. Mais en assiégeant le château, nous ne sommes pas sûrs de vaincre. C'est la triste réalité. J'ai bien compris votre avis sur la question, je vais y réfléchir. Ok. Si nous détruisons le réservoir, comment feront les gens sans eau potable? Quant à l'idée de Frédérica, elle peut s'avérer impossible à mettre en place si l'ennemi n'y met pas du sien. Alors, quand nous infiltrons au château, ouais, j'avoue que le côté diplomatie, bah ça dépend en fait. C'est pas 100% oui, non? Enfin, alors que nous infiltrons au château pour ne tuer que les dignitaires, ça serait facile. Et il n'y a que Cordelia et moi qui serions au courant des passages secrets. Penses-tu malgré tout que nous devrions détruire le pont-levis pour forcer Aefrost à négocier? Ah, il y a une info que j'ai pas. Oui, la princesse Cordelia ne sera pas en danger. Alors pour le coup, si, parce qu'ils peuvent très bien dire laissez-nous sortir ou on la bute. Bon, bref. Ma sœur serait plus en sécurité qu'avec les plans de Bénédicte ou les miens. Mais ah bon, bah s'ils le disent. Mais si nous forçons le duché à négocier, Cordelia pourrait être prise en otage. Oui, voilà.
Hard choice.
Je suis heureux de constater que tu es inquiet pour ma sœur, mais... Bon, désolé. Bénédicte.
My lord.
Plus les négociations de paix dureront, plus l'ennemi aura le temps de se ressaisir. Quant au passage secret, la princesse Cordelia les a sûrement mentionnés. Or, la destruction soudaine du lac artificiel provoquera une inondation qui infligeront de gros dégâts à l'ennemi. C'est vrai. Ah, elle n'a aucune intention de vous écouter. Waouh. Vous semblez décidé à choisir le plan de Dame Frédérica. Pour quelle raison? Le fleuve d'Arzelia était tumultueux autrefois. Nous ne savons pas l'étendue des dégâts qu'il causera. C'est la source d'eau potable de la capitale. Le pont-levis sera bien plus facile à reconstruire. Vous avez raison, il sera très facile de reconstruire le pont-levis à neuf, tant financièrement que logistiquement. Mais ne soyez pas dupes, jeune maître. La guerre n'est pas une affaire de budget à respecter. Nous devons choisir la stratégie qui occasionnera le plus gros dégât à l'ennemi. Alors réfléchissez bien. Quoi qu'il en soit, jeune maître, j'ai bien compris quel était votre avis sur la question. Ok. Ensuite, la dernière, Anna.
Yes, sir.
L'ennemi a peut-être appris la présence de passages secrets, mais je pense que personne ne s'attend à nous voir détruire le réservoir d'eau. Si nous voulons reprendre la capitale malgré les innombrables troupes qui la protègent, nous aurons besoin d'un plan audacieux et sans concession. Vous préférez le plan de Dame Frédérica, c'est pourtant celui qui semble le moins efficace des trois. Elle aime pas. Alors nous pourrons rebâtir la ville, mais pas ressusciter les morts. Oui. Il est plus long à mettre en place, mais il nous permet d'éviter les pertes civiles.
Even so.
Je comprends tout à fait la bienveillance envers le peuple, Sire Serenard. Cependant, maintenant que nous avons acté la décision de reprendre la capitale, les habitants y seront mêlés de gré ou de force. Dans ce cas, ne vaut-il pas mieux choisir la méthode la plus rapide pour en finir, quitte à subir plus de pertes humaines? Non.
I must hear what the others think.
Finalement, le plan de Dame Frédérica n'est pas dénué d'intérêt. Bon, allez, on va voter. On va voir.
It is time to cast our votes.
Ok.
In which strategy do we entrust the future of Glenbrook? Approach the scales of conviction with your token at the ready.
Allez, votons.
I am sorry.
Ok.
On this, I cannot be swayed.
Ok. J'ai pas réussi à les convaincre.
I cannot agree to this.
Oh là là.
I changed my mind.
Ok, merci.
I'm with you.
Ok. C'est bon, on a gagné. Ouais, j'ai eu la pression quand même.
Scales of conviction will illuminate the path we've chosen.
C'est bon, on a gagné, on a gagné. Clock. Ok, on a gagné.
The way forward is decided. We collapse the bridge and trap the enemy within the castle, keeping the common folk safe from the worst of the fighting.
Ouais, je suis rassuré.
You will safeguard the people, drive the enemy into the castle, and negotiate.
Ouais.
You have chosen a righteous path, Wolffort. But do you really think negotiations will prevail? Such sympathy may be your downfall.
Ouais, surtout, je suis pas vraiment fort pour négocier.
Even so, this is the path we have chosen.
Then walk tall. It is time to test your mettle. I must return to Hyzant and see Minister Kamso. Next we meet, you will have both of our armies at your backs.
You have my thanks.
We cannot afford to lose this fight. For Norzelia.
Ouais, en effet.
I thought this battle was for Glenbrook.
This is not a simple struggle for power, Minister Serenoa. The goddess, the source, iron? The war of 30 years ago comes back to haunt us because the old cling to relics of the past. Norzelia needs to be born anew.
Il a raison.
Right now, the people of every nation are searching for a young standard bearer to guide them.
A standard bearer?
Yes, people like you and me. This war is a fine opportunity for us to show our worth to Norzelia.
Ok, faut pas se louper alors. Sonne donc heure désirée. Fin du chapitre. Petite sauvegarde. Bon, du coup, c'est vrai que ça me paraît plutôt léger de péter le pont-levis.
House Wolffort and Hyzant join forces and begin planning Glenbrook's recapture.
J'adore la musique.
But with the Norzelia River and the Esfrosti armies in their way, retaking the capital will be no easy feat. Frédérica proposes they destroy the bridge linking the castle to the rest of the capital, isolating the enemy and forcing them to parley. Though it may draw out the conflict, it is well worth it if they can avoid causing suffering to the people. Serenoa and the others agree to the plan. In support of House Wolffort, Hyzant's great army marches forth for the first time since the Salt Iron War.
Oh, cette classe. Plus grande armée depuis la fin de la guerre. Née dans les épreuves et les pleurs.
The Hyzantian forces should be arriving any moment, Frédérica.
Well then, let us make them welcome.
My lady, are you we are to battle against your people, against Dallas and Erica.
Ouais, mais c'est un peu des connards.
I am keenly aware of that.
Of course you are. But simply understanding a thing doesn't mean you are ready to face it. A single second's hesitation on the battlefield could cost you your life.
Worry not. I shall prevail against any who stand against me. Even my...
To try and save them.
No. To save myself. And to save House Wolffort.
C'est bien. Et puis ils t'ont jamais respecté, donc bon, maman, te laisse pas faire.
Minister Serenoa, Minister Camsell and myself have brought what troops we could muster.
I'm grateful for your assistance.
It was an arduous journey. Is there anywhere the soldiers could rest?
We've prepared barracks at the harbor. Please use them freely.
You do think of everything.
Hyzant has not mobilized a force so large since the Salt Iron War. Yet I hear you intend to settle this not by battle, but by parley. The Holy One will not agree to any half-hearted measures.
The pressures of a large army on the capital's threshold is part of our plan. Come inside and I will explain the rest.
Oui, c'est pas faux. Ils pourront dissuader, enfin, ils pourront appuyer leurs arguments avec cette grosse armée. Alors, lorsque Avlora apprend que l'armée alliée se dirige vers Glenbrook, elle se prépare à les accueillir. Qu'est-ce qu'ils ont derrière la tête?
General, House Wolffort and Hyzant have joined forces. There are indications their armies intend to march upon the capital.
Which direction will they come from?
We cannot yet be certain.
Close the city gates and rally the garrisons. I want the way to the castle completely blockaded.
And we ought to consider their attack from the river. House Wolffort knows very well how difficult this castle is to take.
Indeed. Hyzantian soldiers are used to desert conditions. Doubtful they'd be. Though acting on that assumption and sending all our troops to defend the land route does leave a vulnerability the enemy could exploit. Send a party to scout along the riverbanks, then have them report to the harbor and ready our ship.
Yes, General.
Why beat around the bush? We have the soldiers, we should strike and end them.
It's best to avoid open battle. With the capital and Whiteholm under our control, we have the advantage.
All that tells me is you're frightened of Wolffort.
There is no enemy safe not to fear. A leader's hubris is the death of her soldiers.
Frédérica is attacking us. What does it matter how many soldiers die? I command you to kill Frédérica, Avlora.
Personal grudges have no place in the battlefield.
Silence! Gustadolf entrusted us with the castle's protection in his absence.
Il m'énerve ces deux-là.
Noble as frosty blood flows through our veins. How dare you order us about?
You do well to remember what you are, Flora. A simple orphan who doesn't even know her true name.
Yet it is this simple orphan in charge of our army. Insult me all you like. I will not allow open battle.
Elle se laisse pas faire. Hein.
No matter. The reinforcements our brother sent are under our command.
I shall lead soldiers into the capital myself and crush Wolffort's forces when they arrive.
Is this the Esfrost I am to defend?
General of Laura.
Ouais. Ah, c'est vrai qu'ils sont pourris. Ils sont sacrément pourris. Alors, le plan de Frédérica, qui est d'exploser le pont-levis du château de l'île Blanche, est déclenché.
My spies have ascertained the situation at the capital. The bulk of the enemy is holed up in Whiteholm Castle. Right now, they don't seem to be very active.
Parfait pour l'instant.
And what of the common folk?
Their daily lives progress apace. It seems the enemy has yet to notice our movements.
Perfect conditions to execute Lady Frédérica's plan. If the people are at ease, we should be able to seize the capital without resorting to all-out battle.
Thank goodness.
Then let's review the plan. First, my retinue shall take a small vessel to Whiteholm Castle and destroy the bridge.
Okay.
Are you certain you want to go by yourselves? We could lend you some soldiers.
The fewer of us there are, the less likely we are to be spotted. We'll manage. We'll have the blast crystal.
Oh yes, a bridge like that'll come falling down pretty easy. You'll see.
The explosion will be your signal to march into the capital and keep the people calm. Without
using force, yes. I shall impress upon my soldiers they are not to act rashly.
Thank you, Minister.
As for you, Minister Campsell, we'd like you to take command of the naval forces to blockade the castle.
Very well. I can't say I'm much experienced in marine warfare, but I'll do.
Destroy the bridge, capture the town, blockade the river, isolate the enemy in the castle.
Okay.
And turn that impregnable fortress into their prison.
Once they're trapped, they'll have no choice but to parley with us and release their stranglehold on Glenbrook.
I hope you're right. A word of caution before we begin. Prince Roland, you are aware they will likely use Queen Cordelia as leverage when the time for parley comes?
Mm-hmm.
But no matter what pressure they apply, we cannot allow them to break us.
I understand. I do not expect the fight to regain control of our kingdom to be painless.
On va essayer.
Good. We have our plan. Now we must act upon it.
Then we shall depart at once, until we meet again in the capital.
Farewell, and good luck to us all.
Ok, good luck. Bon, ça va. Ouais, non, c'est vrai que faire péter le barrage ou assassiner les mecs en mode infiltration, ça aurait été plus simple.
Erica, Thalys, I cannot put off fighting them any longer.
My, you're certainly calm for someone about to be sold off in the morrow.
Sold off? You would compare my marriage into House Wolffort to trading coin for flesh? Why, I am to be a beacon of allyship, a bridge between our two lands.
Yes, yes. So tell me, dear, how do you plan on seducing the Wolffort boy? Wait, let me guess. You'll use the same charms your mother did on our father.
Oh, enough cajoling, Erica. You're apt to make her cry. And Frédérica, you know you don't have to take such abuse in silence, don't you? In any case, you seem to be under the impression that you've been entrusted with some crucial task. That couldn't be further from the truth.
C'est vraiment des connards.
This is only to get you out of the way, same as your mother. You're no use to anyone in S. Frost.
But you already know that, don't you?
Well, every happiness to you, dear sister.
C'est vraiment des salauds, ces deux. Et elle veut même pas les tuer. Eh ben.
The world I knew before was so very limited. No matter what awful thing happened to me, I believed I could do nothing but suffer in silence. But staying quiet in the face of injustice is tantamount to condoning it.
Oh, la musique, elle est cool. Franchement, les musiques du jeu sont vachement bien.
I needed to stand up and fight for myself. Becoming part of House Wolffort was the best thing to ever happen to me. Erica, Thalas, I'm done running.
C'est elle qui va les cramer. C'est elle qui va les achever.
In the dead of night, a small ship slips silently into Whiteholm Castle.
Oui, pas vraiment petit. Hein.
Aboard are none other than the elite Wolffort fighters, led by Serenoa himself.
Ok. Bon. On dirait qu'on arrive à la bataille fatidique. Très bien. Bon. On va laisser ça pour la prochaine fois. Hop là. Du coup, la prise du château de l'île Blanche pour le prochain épisode. C'est bien, ça nous fait un petit suspense. Là, on est déjà à plus d'1 heure de vidéo. On fait, voilà, un petit suspense pour la prochaine fois. En tout cas, je suis vachement content du retournement ouais, pas retournement de situation, mais retournement du rapport de force, un petit peu. Là, ça y est, maintenant, on a des renforts, on a une armée, voilà. Et puis, on va se battre pour nos terres, pour récupérer nos terres. C'est bien. Libérer le royaume de Glenbrook. Libérer la capitale déjà, libérer les habitants, et puis libérer Cordelia. Enfin ça, on va essayer, mais je sais pas pourquoi je le sens mal. Ça pour le coup je le sens mal. On verra bien. Bon, merci à tous d'avoir suivi cet épisode. On se dit à très vite pour la suite. En attendant, prenez soin de vous. Salut!